I wrote this arrangement. It's on my computer, so you'll hear it playing from the computer. Story. Okay, so the music that we're using is called a musical tribute. So we're doing songs from musicals that were done at Proctors during Dennis's 10 or so years here. And so a guy who had the Center Stage Deli, he collected all these signed posters for the shows. So I invite you after the show to go and walk around and take a look at those things. Also, there's some on the video that are not on that, and if you go to Center Stage Deli, it's now called Blake's Deli, you can see even more of these posters that are signed by the real artists. These are the days when Proctors was able to get, if they did Zorba the Greek, they got Anthony Quinn to come here. I mean, they had, all these people are not around anymore, so they can't get them. But I want to explain a little bit about why the program is a musical tribute to Dennis Madden. It's not a funeral. This is from the chorus line. Okay, so I'd like now to ask that we have people here that some people are coming in late and they're going to miss some of this, unfortunately, because of everybody's schedule. Dennis didn't plan this, none of us did. But I'm going to ask if you are a former person who worked here or is volunteer or is a staff person, please come down and just form a line here. Present people as well, volunteers, board members, those are ambulatory, and those that can't move, can you just stand up in your place for a little bit? And I'll ask Philip Morris and Dan and some of the other current staff people to come out, Jean, Paul Kazee, all the people who, Richard Lovrich is here. Could you just form a group over here? And these are the people that have made this place happen and are making it happen even today. Come on down. Come on down. This is not The Price is Right. Unfortunately, Paul, I don't have a prize. We have, and also our board members. Mona Golub, are you here today? There she is. Okay. Some other people. If you were a bartender here, you probably recognize me. So, there's Philip. I'm going to give you the microphone a little bit, and you can recognize. Philip, I know you're unaccustomed to public speaking. Do you want me to do this, or you want to do this? All right. Can we all see everybody? All right, now, the last person I want to invite down here to the front, making his first appearance. You can, if you can join us here. Our organist here is Al Moser here. Any of the other organists that work for Dennis? Okay. All right, come on down. Patrick Madden. There's Al Moser. His wife was born, Peggy, was born the same year as Proctors was built. Was Proctors open. So she's looking at 98 years old, and she wants to be around for that. And this is John Wiesner, who installed Goldie. That was 47 years ago, running up and down the ladders 10 times a day. Al Moser, who was one of the original organists here and handled a lot of the bookings for the movie organist as well as for our noontime things. And where's Patrick Madden? Patrick, there's the son of Dennis Madden. So I want, your mom is going to get a copy of this. So why don't you say hello to your mom? Look up there. Hi, Mom. Congratulations. We have something. Philip is going to present you something. So here we go.
Thank you all for coming today. Patrick, thank you for being here. I knew Dennis from afar for many years, since 1977. So it is not as if his passing didn't mean something to me, and it's also not as if I didn't understand what his importance to this institution was. I don't think there'd be the Proctors that we're sitting in today without Dennis believing and fighting and working to say to the Capital Region, we're a significant regional enterprise. In any event, we did something that was shown on the slides that I decided to make a couple of copies of, one for a wall that honors our other deceased executive director, Gloria Lemire, and one for Patrick and family.
So Patrick is going to unveil what this, and I'd already talked to Philip. We're working on his service too, his memorial, but he won't pin it. We can't pin him down to a date. All right, and then Marty Moore. Marty just came in. She was on the original board of NIST units. Can you just wave? Everybody recognize Marty Moore. That was a great group of people. Alan Mills' daughter, Amy, was supposed to be here. I don't know if Amy was able to make it or not. Where is Amy? Amy, come on down. I'm going to give you a kiss because your father was my teacher. All right. So, anyway, thank you all for. Don't go away. We want you to stay for the concert because we got a lot of stuff planned. So, Philip, thank you for handling all of this. Thank you for all you've done and will continue to do to keep this place going. And thank you. So we're going to continue. we have a little special treat. I interviewed Dennis Madden in 2019 for the Organ Club and for Proctor's Collaborative. Specifically about the organ, the interview. We made a video, and in it is a rare TV ad that was produced by Proctor's about the organ, and it is a fascinating thing to look at it, because I remember watching it. It ran for about 5 years. So we can go ahead, play that interview clip with the TV ad.
Well,
And it was.
Yeah, and this, the guy, they probably can't get this, but that's Goldie, and it's a black and white photo, and that's all that was available. But that is all gold, and it was a much smaller stop list. And when Claude Newman got it, he expanded the stop list, and he made it a much larger instrument, so that what we actually see today in the theater is similar to this one, and that's Dennis James at the dedication of Proctor's Goldie, and there you see it's white and gold, and that's when you saw it, and you said, it'll fit in perfectly with the decor of the theater.
You know what it fit in even better with? Fundraising.
Yes.
Because we have a very generous family in town, and we went to them and we spoke to Bill and Goldie, that's the Golub family.
Yes.
And
Well,
they eventually, and it wasn't a hard sell, they came through and they paid not only for the organ, but I believe they paid for some of the installation fees and total finishing.
it was well over 100,000.
Yes, yeah.
There is a video I have brought, which we can splice into the video. I can get you the original CDs for the engineers here. But I'm going to let Dennis just take a peek at this, because he helped produce this in 1986.
Once upon a time, in a town called Schenectady, a treasure to hand down to our children almost was lost. Until it was saved by those who loved it. Proctors Theatre and its magic voice Goldie casts its spell over the capital district. Goldie, the Mighty Wurlitzer, a gift from Price Chopper, brings music to our hearts.
I wonder where that boy is today.
Yeah, and the announcer that did that famous commercial for you guys, it ran for several years. Do you remember who she was?
I don't. No.
Beautiful English accent. I thought she was an actress that happened to retire here.
Could have been. We were very fortunate to get different actors to do commercials for us, and obviously Hal Holbrook, did several. Yeah.
And I remember he was one of the most loyal people that did the shows here, and those were the days when you had to hand count the registers to see how many tickets you sold, and he didn't care. It was really amazing.
It was terrific.
And I came here as a tenant with you guys in December of '82 with my brother Frank in our business, and we were downstairs just the way F.F. Proctor envisioned the arcade as a way to generate some money.
We had 27 offices and rented 20 of them, many to Human Services Planning Council and others to yourself, and another music store that was there forever, now gone, but
and the original percussionist,
yeah.
You recall that? Tony, he had the office up on the second floor by where the bathrooms were,
yeah,
and he played percussion in the original pit orchestra here. And when I met him, he was 90-something, and he still would go to the little deli that we had in the arcade. It was a lot of fun.
So that's where all those posters came from, is that deli, all these posters. So the Proctors had a deal, I don't know if they still do it this way, but if the performer performed here, they had to sign a boatload of posters. And some of them are kept up in the historical committee. The historical committee here is very active. They have records on everything. So, all right. So we're going to continue with the program, and I'm going to ask my friend Sam Medea to come and sing something. This was done at Proctor's, and it's from Fiddler on the Roof. Now, when I met Philip, we had a big press conference, and I was invited, and everybody could ask him a question. Everybody was afraid to ask him any questions. So I said, did you ever play Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof? Don't you think, is Philip still here?
Yes.
Don't you think he'd be a great Tevye? You remember me asking you that?
5 daughters.
All right, so this is for you, Philip. Is this the little girl you carry? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday that they were small? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. Now is the little boy a bridegroom. Now is the little girl a bride. Under the canopy we see them, side by side. Place the gold ring around her finger. Share the sweet wine and break the glass. Soon the full circle will have come to pass. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. Okay, well, around the same time Proctors was coming back to life, Andrew Lloyd Webber had becoming very popular. So the next set is several people we're going to do 4 famous Andrew Lloyd Webber songs from 4 shows that came here in that era. So I'm going to invite Jean Leonard, who is on the staff here at Proctors. She's one of the people I'm also afraid of. I also work with her at the cathedral. And we're going to do a show that's coming here for the 50th anniversary, Jesus Christ Superstar, and a beautiful song. Jean, what you could tell them the date?
No, I can't tell them the date. What's the date?
April 5th, 6th, 7th.
Oh, this year.
Yes.
Yes, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Sorry. I thought you meant when it came the first time.
I'm not so afraid of you anymore.
Good idea, Carl. Good idea.
Here we go. Gene, I had the transposer on.
I don't know how to love him, what to do, how to move him. I've been changed, yes, really changed. In these past few days, when I see myself, I've seen like someone else. I don't know how to take this. I don't see why he moves me. He's a man. He's just a man. And I've had so many men before in very many ways. He's just one more. Should I bring him down? Should I scream and shout? Should I talk of love? Let my feelings out. I never thought I'd come to this. What's it all about? Don't you think it's rather funny? I should be in this position. I'm the one who's always been so calm, so cool, no lover's fool, running every show.
inviting Kel Tzakis to come up, and that's a hard name to spell. Shadagas, even harder to pronounce, especially when you have crackers in your mouth. Okay, now this is the story behind this. The first production of the Andrew Lloyd Webber Requiem, look over there, make sure you're awake, it was done at Proctors, the first one outside of New York City. And it was done on the stage. Alan Mills conducted, and we had full orchestra, organ. I played celesta and piano. Late Tom Savoy played organ, played Goldie, has a terrifically hard fugue in the middle of it. And a difficult piece to pull off, and we did a great job on it. And anyway, this is the beautiful Pieyesu from the Andrew Lloyd Webber Requiem.
Carl, you gotta make sure you do this in the right key.
Which key is it? Original key, right?
Original key.
I used to sell these things, like, that's my computer. That'll teach you.
So Judy Miriam's going to come up now, and I help use that transposer. And Judy is well known in Schenectady Lake Opera House productions, and performed with Alan Knowles in many of the Christmas shows written by Maria Bryce, who is also here, and we'll hear from her in a little while. And a lot of the members of the staff of Proctors, like the Jackie Moulder, Alan's assistant, got work for Schenectady Light Opera. So some of you may know Jackie. Her husband Clarence was the town supervisor up in Glen. So, what are you singing?
I am singing Memory from Cats. And I'm going to say, Carl, did you remember that this is transposed?
That's why they call it memory.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory
And Avita, and I got a real life Avita here. Here's Jem Caruso, but now Jem Stone, real name's Gilda. Well, Jem speaks many languages and works in that business. And her dad was really named Caruso, and he did warm-up acts in the Catskills for Frank Sinatra and people like that. And Jem sang with me at church, so welcome, and you're going to do?
No llores por mí, Argentina.
Say that again.
No llores por mí.
Do it again. I want him to hear. This is beautiful voice she does with it. Just make sure that mic's on.
No llores por mí, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
To explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all I have done. You won't believe me, and all you will see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up to the nines, got sixes and sevens with you. I had to let it happen, I had to change, couldn't stay all my life down at heel, looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around trying everything new, but nothing impressed me at all. I never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never loved you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune, and as for fame, I never invited them in. Though it seemed to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions, they're not the solutions they promised to be. The answer was here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you.
I've got to change the memory, transposers off, for John Wiesner, who is the guy that installed Goldie and his first time playing George, except earlier today.
Saying about when we were installing Goldie years ago, I used to be able to pop up and down those ladders 15 steps at a time. Now they'll have to take me up in the handbasket. And one more correction, I would have liked to have my family members here for this concert to be shared with me, but they're far away. They're in college out in North Dakota. But thank God I have a great, grandchildren are all musical, so they're passing me by quick. Okay, here we go.
And John it was for 40, almost 50 years at the Roller-Rama in Schenectady and at Guptals. So he's very good at that kind of stuff, and he likes the ice cream at Guptals. So now I'm going to introduce the lady that wrote the Allen Mills Christmas show. And Her name is Maria Rice. Maria Riccio Rice.
Yes, my name is Maria Riccio Rice. I am a composer, songwriter, and theater director, and I first met Dennis Madden in 1985 when he hired my former husband, Alan Rice, to be the development director here. Dennis also hired me to become the director of the Proctors Christmas shows. I'm sure there are many of you here who remember those extravaganzas. What adventures they were to produce. And eventually I began writing music for those shows. Some of the Christmas songs I wrote for them have become treasured possessions of mine because they remind me of my youth as a young mother with boys who still believed in Santa. It was around 1987 that Dennis Madden said to me, you know, in 1990, Schenectady is going to be celebrating the 300th anniversary of the Schenectady Massacre, and you should write something about it. He planted a seed, and I fulfilled it. It grew. I wrote a musical called Hearts of Fire. It was produced here at Proctor's in 1990 and 1991. The Hearts of Fire was about the massacre of Schenectady, but more importantly to me, what inspired me in the writing of it was after Schenectady was destroyed, the remaining settlers chose, instead of abandoning the ruins, they chose to remain and rebuild. And here we all are. Dennis Madden did not have to survive a massacre, but he extended his strong hand to a struggling city. And here we are. I'm so very proud to sing in his honor the opening song of Hearts of Fire. It's called Come Home, and I must needs make sure that we're in the right key.
Okay, Judy's back up. Judy was in the Proctor's Christmas show. And we have a treat here.
Carl, I also, ooh. That's really loud, Matthew. Matthew's up in the booth. I also had the privilege of being in Maria's Hearts of Fire for both years that she did it, my husband Brian and my firstborn, and what an amazing opportunity that was. I will always be eternally grateful to Maria for putting us in that show. And I'm really only here to sing this song to make Carl look good because I think he's trying to fit every possible sound effect he can put from the organ into I Can't Say No from Oklahoma. He's doing his road map right now. Do you need some help there, Carl?
Not enough coffee.
Wow, you don't have to work out later, Carl. Now the transposer's not on, is it, Carl? Because this is the original key. Okay.
Well, I forgot to change the memory from John's, so I apologize to Maria.
It's not so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sorta wanna kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be pursy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a feller gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries, or roses or berries. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I don't think so. I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I am refined and cool, a settin' on the velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a rodeo. Here's sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no.
Okay, let's see. One of my favorite composers, musicians of all time, Leonard Bernstein, and this is West Side Story, which is, he appeared at Proctor's many times, and this is One Hand, One Heart with Sam and Jem. I am in the right order, right? Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I am in the right order? Okay. Yeah. One Hand, One Heart. I have nothing special to say about this other than they have sung this at family weddings for my family and for other Saturday events. We've done this, and just a beautiful piece. So this is Camelot, and I saw this here with the late Richard Harris, and that, he's over there, I think on that table, his signature on that. So Robert Goulet also was here, and he did what is going to be, as you're exiting, I'm going to do Man of La Mancha when you're exiting. But we have something I want to just announce that's going to happen right after we do finish Camelot, and you're going to be asked to sing Give My Regards to Broadway. Okay, so we're gonna need your help. The words will be on the screen. But here comes Camelot. This is a lot of fun.
It's true. It's true. The crown and by 8 the morning fog must disappear. In short, there's simply not a more congenial spot for happily ever aftering than here in Camelot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why can't we have a perfect, moderate, predictable climate like that here in Schenectady? Well, I urge you to take action. Write to your local and state representatives. Tell them about this important legal precedent. Okay, it's a musical, fictional precedent. Well, I suppose we might only get to have a climate like this if you live in a place like Camelot. Camelot, I know it gives a person pause. But in Camelot, these are the legal laws. The snow may never slush up on the hillside. By 9 p.m. the moonlight must appear. In short, there's simply not a more congenial spot for happily ever aftering than here in Camelot.
Okay, all right, so now it's your turn to join in the show. I'm just gonna get something off of my music rack here so I don't have an accident. Okay, all right. Give my regards to Broadway. This is a sing-along. That means you have to sing. Now, I'm just gonna say, there's the first verse is straight. The second time, there's a little tap dance thing in your heel, like a block. And you gotta, can you do tap dancing, anybody? All right, well, how about a kick line? The third part is a kick line in a new key. You can do them in your chairs, but just don't kick the person in front of you. All right? You'd save that for the airliner, okay? Here we go. Give my regards to Broadway.
Thank you.
do that. How'd you do? All right. Pardon me? Oh, who was that? Carmen Scarlata. Carmen Scarlata in that one, he was from Schenectady Light Opera, real legend, Carmen Scarlata. Maybe some of you recognize it. That was a rehearsal they were doing here at Proctors with a few other people, including a member of the board of Proctors. Okay, so this is your exit music. I was asked to play this. This is as you go out, The Impossible Dream from Man La Mancha, along with Man La Mancha. So thank you for coming. Don't forget, next month, April 16th, so Tuesday, April 20th to Saturday, both at noon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the performers. Thank you, board members. Thank you, Marty Moore, for being here. Thank you for Goldie.